Stunnandi divaistavai Vedai Sanghavada Kramopanishadai Gayandiyam Samaga Dhyanavastita Tadgatena Manasa Pashyantiyam Yoginaha Yasyantam Navidusura Surana Devaya Tasmai Namaha. Okay. 51, please read. Buddhya Visuddhaya Yuktaha Dhrutyatmanam Niyamyacha Sabdadin Vishayan Stakva Ragadvesho Vidasya Vivikta Sevi Lagvasi Yatavakaya Manasaha Dhyana Yoga Paro Nityam Vairagyam Samupasritaha Ahankaram Balam Darpam Kamam Krodham Parigraham Vimuchya Nirmama Shantah Brahma Bhuyaya Kalpate. Right, so in these continuously 3 verses, Bhagavan Krishna now talks to Arjuna. What is said? That Siddhi Prapta, Anta Suddhi, Antakarana Suddhim Prapta, Yatha Brahma Apnoti Nibodha. Having prepared his mind, the truth, the absolute, as the person sees for himself, I shall reveal it to you. Samasena, in very briefly, I shall tell you as to what he understands, and Jnanasya Nishtha, what is that? Now, in this, when you talk about, one thing to be understood is, who you are is already existing. At this moment, because of the ignorance, the truth does not seem to appear to ourselves. Even though it is my nature, I don't know, I don't see it because it is as though covered by the ignorance or different types of thoughts and impressions. So when he talked about these 3 guna vibhaga, which you saw as the sattva, rajas, tamas, just don't say the sattva, rajas, tamas, it looks a little mysterious. When you think about the guna, sattva means the vyavahar. Sattva means the person for jnana, vijnana, shama, dama, that person who has the shama, the equanimity of the mind, totally conscious, that type of disposition, sattva, and like a brahmana. As tamas and this rajasic person, but saurya, virya, those dispositions, charity, leadership, lordship, such a person is like a kshatriya disposition. And when you say very sort of a selfish, does things very active, but for his own sake, Vaishya disposition. And when you person very gross, everything body and bodily sensations, that person is a Shudra disposition. So as we saw in the morning, there are not 4 different people, there are 4 different minds. And each person has all the four dispositions at his disposal. So sometimes you behave like a Brahmana mind, sometimes like a Vaishya mind, sometimes like a Shudra mind, sometimes like a Kshatriya mind. So that is how everybody behaves. If it is so, we have been living with this type of mind for a long, long time. When you person gets fed up, either of his goodness or of his so-called grossness, because gross you are dissatisfied, disappointed with because life is miserable. Even the so-called kindness, compassion, also you are tired and fed up because it doesn't lead you anywhere. It has also its own limitations. Sometimes you are a good man, but you feel exploited, cheated, so you think goodness, badness doesn't pay, but goodness also doesn't pay. Like poverty doesn't pay, prosperity also doesn't solve the problem. Illiteracy doesn't pay, but literacy also doesn't solve the problem. What to do? Of course, poverty renunciation doesn't pay. Even prosperity and indulgence also makes the person tired. So somebody tired of poverty, somebody tired of prosperity. At the end of the day, both are tired. So, how do I know this reality? Very nicely Shankara comments. I thought, if you have the Shankara commentary book, 447, just read it. You don't have to go through that. You don't worry about it. I am very nice commentary. Like a song it goes. That is why I will read it for you. He says, Tasmat, Shankara says, Avidya adhyaropa nirakaranamatram brahmani kartavyam natu brahmagyane yatnaha atyanta prasiddhatvat. Avidya adhyaropa nirakaranamatram kartavyam. To know one's own self, you don't have to do anything else. Brahmagyane yatna na. In the knowledge of the Brahman, to know yourself, you cannot put forth any effort. Why? Atyanta prasiddhatvat. Because it is yourself very well known, already existing, that is yourself. You cannot do anything for that. Like, for your health, you cannot do anything. To remove the disease, you must do something. Are you getting that? For your health, what should you do? Like example I have given many times. To make the water cool, what should you do? To make it hot, you must do something. But to make it cool, then water by nature is cool. To make it hot, you must do something. Exactly the same way also. For your health. What can you do for your health? Only remove the disease. That is why recuperation means what? Remove the disease and wait. Let the body take over, health take over. So, to be yourself, Brahma, Jnane, natu yatna. There is no effort. Why? Because it is yourself. Like, to be where you are standing, to reach the ashram where you are already standing, what effort you need to do? Nothing. Only remove the ignorance. Are you getting that? Same way, just remove the what? Avidya adhyaropa nirakarana matra brahmani. Acha. What is this avidya? Avidya kalpita nama rupa vishesha akara aparuta buddhitvat. Avidya kalpita nama rupa vishesha aparuta buddhi. The buddhi at this moment, your intelligence, your buddhi is completely hijacked by nama rupa, names and forms, sensations, thoughts and emotions of various kinds, avidya kalpita. They are hijacked by that. As a result, what happens? Atyanta prasiddham, shubhigyeyam, asanataram, atmabhutam api, aprasiddham, durbhigyeyam, atiduram, anya devata pratibhati. So because of that, because of the ignorance of yourself, when you are taking this name and form to be real, the self, even though atyanta prasiddha, very well known. Atyanta prasiddha means not famous. Atyanta prasiddha means siddha. It is siddha. It is not sadhya. Atma is not siddha. Are you getting? Atma is not sadhya. It is not to be reached, to be accomplished. It is siddha, prasiddha. See that word, prasiddha? We in our language say prasiddha means famous. Prasiddha is a beautiful word. You know, it's a good name for Brahmachari. Siddha Chaitanya, Prasiddha Chaitanya. That would be nice. Remember. Okay. Anyway, so Prasiddha, so which is not a sadhya. Is not something to be reached, to be accomplished, but already reached, already accomplished. Atyanta Prasiddha. Subhigyeyam. It is very easy to know. Why? In whose presence everything is known. Like eyes. Subhigyeya. Why? With what the eyes see, Durvigyeya. But eyes themselves, with eyes you see everything. So seeing is difficult or seeing an object is difficult. Are you getting that? Seeing is not difficult, but seeing an object, you have to go to that object. Being conscious, is it difficult? To be aware, is it difficult? But to be conscious of something, that is Durvigyeya. Whereas yourself, Atyanta, what Ishvara. Subhigyeyata. Also asanataram means very near. Very near means yourself. There is no distance between you and yourself. But because of this buddhi, aparuta buddhi, the buddhi which is hijacked by these name, form, sensations, etc., aprasiddha, the atyanta prasiddha appears as aprasiddha, as though it doesn't exist. Subhigyeya appears durvigyeya, which is very easy to know, appears as though very difficult to know. Asannataram, which is nearer than the nearest, which is right here and now for yourself. Ati duram, oh, you very far away, I don't know when shall I get it. Iti pratibhati, whom? Avivekinam. Avivekinam. The people who are not viveki. Viveka siyastiti viveki. Aviveka, viveka nastiti aviveki. One who doesn't have discrimination, doesn't know anything about himself, who is he, what he has, that there is a difference between who he is and what he has. One who doesn't have that viveka, that person doesn't get it. Acha. Bahyakara nivritta buddhinam tu labdha guru atma prasadanam na ataparam sukham suprasiddham subhigyeyam swasanam asti. What he says? Whereas bahya akara nivritta buddhinam, the bahya akara, where the person is aparuta buddhi, bahya akara aparuta buddhi. Bahya akara means external things, names and forms. Bahya akara aparuta buddhi, where the buddhi is hijacked by the sensations, they can't see. Bahya akara nivritta buddhi, those who are no more affected by the names and forms and other things. Labdha Guru Atma Prasadanam. Their name is Labdha Guru Atma Prasada. Labdha Guru Prasada, Labdha Atma Prasada. What is Labdha Guru Prasada? Guru Prasada is Tattvamasi Upadesha. Guru Prasada. Somebody reveals you. You are that. What is Atma Prasada? Adhikaritvam Sampadanam. You must bless yourself. Are you getting that? The blessing of the teacher and the blessing of the person. Labdha Guru Atma Prasad. How beautifully. Adhikaritva Pratipadanam. In order to know, not only the teacher must know, you must be ready. But the person waits for the, especially in religious mysticism, mystical language, what they say, wait for the teacher to give everything. If teacher can give everything, Krishna himself is the teacher. Why did he teach 17 chapters to Arjuna? He could have touched him and tell, I am waiting for you. Come here, I will teach you. You know, this is the type of statement everybody looks for. Oh, when the disciple came, Guru said, oh, I was waiting for you. Where are you? So this fellow feels, oh, now he has got prasad, special, transmission. No. Atma Prasada, you must bless yourself, totally aware of yourself. Guru Prasada, the person must know to say, you are it, not you shall be it. Tattvam asi, not tattvam bhavishyasi, you shall be slowly, one day you shall reach it. No, no, no. You are it, you like it or not. Iti. And that is what Brahmanam na ataparam sukham. That is, they don't see sukham anywhere else. Why? The Atma suprasiddham. Swasanam iti is something very, very nearer. Absolutely one's own nature. Tatha yuktam. So, this is what exactly it is. It is pratyaksha avagamyam. That is why Bhagavan already told in the Gita. Pratyaksha rajavidya rajaguhyam pavitram idam uttamam. Pratyaksha avagamyam dharmyam susukham kartum abhyam. Pratyaksha. Right. Very easily avagamyam. Susukham kartum. Very easy to get. Okay. When he said that, then Shankara further comments. When you talk like that to somebody, kechittu pandita manyaha nirakaratvat atmavastu na upaiti buddhi ataha dusadhya samyak jnana nishtha iti ahu. Kechit ahu. Some people say, what is that? Kechittu pandita manyaha. Those who consider themselves very informed, smart, learned people. Kechit pandita manyaha. Pandita manyaha means the fellow who are arrogant, learned scholars, or little argumentative, logicians, but no thinking. And what do you say? Nirakaratvat. Atmavastu nirakaratvat. Na upaiti buddhi, buddhi na upaiti. Because you say Atma, the self is nirakara, it all formless, absolute. Buddhi na upaiti. No mind can ever comprehend it. Ataha dusadhya. So very, very difficult to know it, very difficult to reach it. Tasmat jnannishtha, samyak jnannishtha also dusadhya. When the knowledge itself is difficult, what is the question of abiding in the knowledge? So jnannishtha is also, are you getting it? The jnana itself is difficult. Jnannishtha, naturally much more difficult, very difficult. Kechit person who give this type of logic. If it can be seen outside, it will be so easy. But it is formless, absolute, nobody can see it. You don't appreciate, as I told you, remember that. Seeing is difficult, or seeing an object is difficult. Seeing, what should you do? See the sky? Look up. See the painting? Look back. See the flower? Look left. See, where you should move? Being is difficult, or taking up a role is difficult. Your sense of being, conscious, awareful. To be conscious is difficult, or to be conscious of an object is difficult. To be conscious of a thought is difficult. To be conscious of a thought, you have to wait for a thought. To be conscious, what should you wait for? Why the God is difficult? Because you make a God a particular form. If God is in all forms, all names, all forms are yatah pravritti bhutanam yena sarvamidam tatam. Yatah pravritti bhutanam, from where all the beings have come. Yena, by which idam sarvam tatam, everything is pervaded. Difficult to reach? Before you even think of reaching, He has already reached you, embraced you, gone in and through you. Ishvara. Are you getting that point, please? There are people, the person who doesn't understand, mere logician, he will say, very difficult. Shankara says, Satyamevam, what you say is right. It's very difficult. Why? Lovely. That is why I wanted to share with you. So nice. Satyamevam, why? Guru Sampradaya Rahitanam Asruta Vedantanam Atyanta Bahir Vishaya Ashakta Buddhinam Samyak Pramaneshu Akruta Pramanam Tad Viparitanam tu. So these are the people who Satyam Evam Satyam. You say it is very difficult? Yes, it is very difficult. For whom? Guru Sampradaya Rahitanam. Those people who have no exposure to the right teacher and this Sampradaya, the education, the teaching of this parampara, this knowledge which comes down from generation to generation. Where the person is Swayama Acharya, I am the Guru. Whatever I say is right. The person doesn't understand, or they say, Gurus are not necessary. What a waste. Is there anything in our lives which we have learned by ourselves? The language that you speak, did you create the language and speaking? The alphabets that you learned, did you create that alphabet and learned? The food that you are eating, the dresses that you are putting on. How people become arrogant, really so difficult to understand. Huh? The knowledge, the strength of which you are arguing, that knowledge was somebody's. You picked it up. Over that you are building something. Nobody prevents you from building on that knowledge. But don't say, it is impossible. The same Upanishad, suppose we say, Shiksham Vyaakhya Syamaha Varnaswaraha Matravalam Sama Santanaha. Like all that, when you see that, Shiksha, Varna, Swara, Matra, it starts with the alphabet. All these Varnas, everything. The same one who tells you also, Akshara, Parabrahma, Absolute, all-pervasive. No, you start with the letter, start with the words and stop in the middle and you say there is no truth. But the very idea of truth, the very idea of letter, alphabet, grammar, who gave it to you? Or some people, Vedas talks about only Swargaloka. Hey, what about Brahma, the truth, the absolute? How can you take a little and leave a little? Go to the ultimate. That is why Akshara Abhyas. You start with a letter to go into the imperishable. Akshara Abhyas. You start with the Akshara, a letter, so that you go into the imperishable, the absolute. But Guru Prasada Rahitanam, Guru Sampradaya Rahitanam, Asruta Vedantanam, Vedantana Srutam, Asruta Vedanta, they have never heard the Vedanta, the Upanishads as they are. Asruta Vedanta. Today, what is the book? I have seen through internet Vedanta, another one is corresponding course Vedanta. You know, I am picking up the CD Vedanta. What nonsense. Guru Mukhat Sravanam. First listen from a teacher. After that you want to CD, DVD, books, anything you want you do. No problem. But first listen. So very important. They say live teacher. Don't worship a dead one. Gone. The teacher is dead, he doesn't mind being dead. The students people keep them alive, worshipping the photo, this and that. You can keep it for a memory, that's fine if you want. Like you will keep for your father, mother, anybody for that matter. But listen to a live one. Very simple. Asruta Vedantanam, then Atyanta Bahir Vishaya Asakta Buddhinam. Atyanta Ashakta Buddhi. Where? Bahir Vishaya. The mind is fully involved with the outside object. what to eat, what to see, what to touch, what to hear, what to taste. She told me like that, he did like that to me, that man did this. Always your mind is full of what others are doing, what others are talking. What other things I should have at my disposal. Never the person is interested in knowing, why am I interested in all this? Is it for my sake or for others' sake? If I am looking for happiness, I am not interested in anything anymore except for sustenance. For such people, akruta pramanam, they have never exposed to the right pramana, means of knowledge. Whereas people who are tad viparitanam, tad viparita means what? Guru prasada asti, who have got the Guru prasada, they have gone to the teacher, listening to this, and laukika bahya grahaka dvaita vastuni sadbuddhi nitaram dusampadya. Bahya vastuni, what he says? Sadbuddhi nitaram dusampadya. They don't dusampadya. For them it is difficult to accept other external object as real. What a language. Ajivin Atma Chaitanya Vatirekena Vastvantarasya Anupalabdhi. Those who know the truth, Atma Chaitanya Vatirekena Vastu Antarasya Anupalabdhi. They don't see anything else except themselves. The truth here, truth there, truth everywhere. It's difficult to even establish a creation. Difficult to establish the sense-object world. In a sense, they are continuously changing. How can I rely on a changing world? How can I rely on a changing body? The body, even if you keep the best ever condition, body shall die. The best ever maintenance, your house shall collapse. Why? Old age. It will go. Thoughts will go. People will move around. Understand? Just see that. Everything shall move. Nothing shall last forever. Tasmat Vivekinam, those who are exposed to this knowledge, Labdha Guru Atma Prasada, prepare themselves and gone to the right teacher. For them, it is absolutely easy. Difficult it is, yes, for the person who is unprepared. So, that is why they have already told, Yasyam Jagrati Bhutani Sanisha Pasyato Muni. Where the wise person is awake, ignorant man is asleep. Where the ignorant is awake, wise person is asleep. Meaning, asleep means one doesn't get attracted by this other. Where the wise man is awake, ignorant is definitely asleep. But where the ignorant is awake, wise man is not asleep, untouched, unaffected. Are you getting that? The ignorant person sees the object as a source of happiness. Not that the wise man doesn't see the object. He sees the object, but not as a source of happiness. Don't take it literally. Where the wise man is awake, ignorant is asleep, and the ignorant is awake, wise man is... No, it's not a contradiction. I mean, it's not like that. Where the wise man is awake, ignorant man is asleep. Where the ignorant is awake, wise man is not asleep. It's not that for him things don't exist. But it doesn't exist as a source of happiness, security, comfort. Okay? Tasmat Bhahyakara Veda Buddhi Nivrityeva Atma Surupa Avalambane Karanam. Therefore, what should we do? Tasmat Bhaya Akara Veda Buddhi Nivrityeva Atma Surupa Avalambane Karanam. Atma Surupa Avalambane, in the recognition of your own self, Bhaya Akara Veda Buddhi Nivrityeva Karanam. You remove this obsession, where no more you are hijacked by the object or the thoughts of the mind. So prepare your mind. If you do not understand the truth of yourself, don't say the truth doesn't exist. Prepare your mind. If the reflection of the sun is not clear in the water, should you clean the sun or settle the water? settle the water. Sun is always clear. Yes, that. Nahi atmanam kasyachit kadachit aprasiddha prapya heya upadeyava. Nahi atma, never indeed, atma, the self, kasyachidva, kadachidva, at any time for anybody, it is not aprasiddha, it is something never unknown. Everybody always using it. Heyam nahanupadeyam, nobody can reject it, nobody can ever miss it. The person has to be with himself. Right? And that is why it must be tasmat tatha swadehasya parichedaya na pramana antar apeksha. As even swadehasya parichedaya, for in order to identify the body or to be aware of your body, na pramana antar apeksha. What should you wait for? To be with your body, what should you wait for? Do you need a dress to be with your body? Dress is for body or body is for dress? The body is always already there. For a dress you wait. For a body do you wait? You go to your bathroom, you go for a bath, then come out of your bath. And then you are looking for what? Oh, I left my body in the bathroom. Huh? Do you run around naked? Huh? You run around naked? I left my body, I don't know where the body is. Where is my clothes? Ah, you shall shout, where are my clothes? Not where is my body? Understand? Clothes you look for. Difficult. Body? Suppose you run around with the body, where is the body? Everybody will say what? Mad. Like Mullah one day was running on his donkey, he was sitting down and running on top speed. Then somebody asked, Mullah, where are you going? I don't know, ask my donkey. Or Mullah rides his donkey and looks for, where is my donkey? Where are you looking? What are you going? I am lost. I am looking for my donkey. Riding a donkey, will you look for the donkey? With the body, you are looking for the body. With the specs on, you are looking for the specs. The flower in your hand, you are looking for the flower. Does you do that every day? That's what. Atyanta prasiddhatvat. Pramanantarana apekshasti tatapi atmanah antaratamatvat tad avagati prati pramanantarapeksha nasti. Na pramanantarapeksha, same thing. Also atatva atman also for a antaratamatvat, antaratama, innermost, as though innermost. Because anything that you see, drishyam, nashyam, anything that you see, objectify, can be dismissed. World can be dismissed, body can be dismissed, sensor can be dismissed, thoughts can be dismissed. Atma, antaratamatvat, innermost, subtlest, all-pervasive, cannot be missed. Tasmat, Atma-jnana nishtha vivekinam suprasiddha iti siddham. Therefore, vivekinam, people who are viveki, those who are discriminative, understand these things. Simple viveka, as I told you. Seeing is difficult, or seeing an object is difficult. Being is difficult, or taking a role is difficult. Taking a role is difficult. Being is easy. That is why jnana nishtha. Once you are aware of yourself, jnana nishtha. Okay. So what should you do? In order to know yourself, you understand your disposition. What type of disposition I have got? Whether it is a disposition, a sattva, sattva raja, raja sattva, raja tamas, tamasic disposition, whatever. When it's sattva raja tamas, you say that, it becomes little, prosaic. Sattva means understand, whether you are shama, dama, shanta, danta, uparata, bhutva, whether your mind is equanimous, discriminative, like that, or your mind is dull and stupid. But whatever it is, be honest to it. Remember that line, Sreyan Swadharma Biguna. Swadharma Bigunopi Sreyan. What? Understand? You cannot begin from a place where somebody else is there. You can begin from where you are. Are you getting that point? You can begin from where you are existing. You cannot begin from where somebody else is existing. Don't say, he is very bright. How does it matter to you? That fellow is stupid. He is totally dull. How does it matter to you? You are not here to assess, find out where the other person is. You are here to find out where you are. What type of mind I have got? Really difficult. Huh? I have a really nice mind, I'm not unnecessarily worried about it, because I'm not worried about anything anymore. I'm looking for myself. So what thoughts are there? Doesn't matter to me. When you are absolutely convinced of what you want, it doesn't bother you anymore. Only when you are indecisive, your thought bugs you. Understand? Am I interested? Ask yourself a simple question. Am I interested in happiness or the object of happiness? Simple question. Am I interested in happiness or an object of happiness? Am I interested in immortality or living a day longer, extension of mortality? Am I interested in absolute security, where I don't depend on anything, or relative security? Ask yourself the question. Am I interested in being the love itself, or looking for little love outside? Am I interested in being happiness itself, or looking for happiness inside? Are you getting that? Call it love, call it happiness, call it security. Everything is wrong. You cannot look for it outside. And the day you look for it, you are in trouble. Other persons also are in trouble. When you look for happiness in an object, objects are not in trouble, you are in trouble. But when you look for love in somebody, you are in trouble, and by chance the other fellow swallows the bait, also he is in trouble. Understand? Because this love game is a dirty game, absolutely dirty game. First you become, like so suppliant, so, oh, I love you, because you are now demanding love, you are, quoting, so you are not showing your fangs. By chance that girl made a mistake of telling, okay, then begins your demand. Or by chance the boy said, just being kind, or just to get out of this hassle of somebody bugging all the time, he said, okay, I shall come and talk to you. That little statement becomes almost like a what? Commitment. You told me that you will come, but so far I never told you. But no, weak mind will grab that point. That is why the girl gets into trouble, the boy gets into trouble. Ask yourself the questions. If ever you have fallen and get a knock in your life, you will know. That is why, please understand, as a principle, if you want to live like a brahmachari, sadhu, Swami's life, like that, never initiate a relationship. I was going to dictate you a few things, I'll write it down before you go. Never initiate. I love you, baby, I love you, man. No. But you can't prevent other people loving you. Be practical. You cannot prevent other people loving you. But don't ever say, don't initiate a relationship. If you initiate, you will be in trouble. The person shall say, you try to make use of me. You try to manipulate me. You should never be the first one to say that, unless you have decided, I'll go out, get married and stay. That's fantastic. Nothing, marriage is not a problem. Never a problem. Why should you not marry? What is wrong with it? But don't try to be a little smart. But just because you don't initiate, don't think, people will not tell you. You shall meet hundreds of girls and boys. If you are a woman, there shall be people who shall not only love you for your teaching, they may look at you also a little. Chances are. If you are a man, other women will adore you and also like to be a little more intimate. You don't escape. You can't escape that. But let that thing come from the outside. You as a person never initiate. Next principle is understand the relationship. Next principle is, suppose the person told and somehow is an adult relationship, you become little intimate, little intimacy is there, you give your time, you give your little attention. But the moment the other person says, yes, very good. So the moment the other person says, enough, I am not interested, you drop it and get out. Understand? Chew it. Okay? He gave this consent. Yes, 3 times he said. By chance it so happens the other person wants to withdraw from you. Don't pursue. Not only don't initiate, are you getting the understanding the principle? You want to be safe in this dress. Not only do not initiate, do not pursue. If the person says, suppose doesn't come back, don't phone up, where are you? So when you needed, you came, now you are going back. Wait. So what do you want? That means you are an empty person. If you initiate, you are empty. If you are pursue also, you are empty. Are you getting that point, please? Understand it clearly. By chance, any day, you cannot do either of the two. Rest assured, you will be in trouble. Understand? Take it as a principle. Nobody can point out, you try to exploit me? No, I am not interested. Let the other person. But at the same time, because you are not interested, doesn't mean others will not be interested in you. That is not true. That is not possible. Others will be interested. May be interested. Maybe. Don't imagine they are interested. That's another trouble. You imagine. You are not such a very, just sometimes you are not such a very handsome man, but you imagine every girl is falling for you. You are not a very accomplished person. You think every woman is dying over you. As a woman also, you may not be so attractive or may not be so wonderful, but you think every man is only looking at me. Oh, I see. Some people are sexually obsessed. They think everybody is looking at me. Really? Stop looking at them and see who is looking at you. In our college, there was a principal, very naughty. One day a girl came there and went there and complained to him. Sir, this one boy is there in that other class in a thing, always looking at me. This man said, how do you know he is looking at you if you are not looking at him? You go about your own way. Let people look. How does it matter to you? You move your own way. You are not interested. Appreciate. Or else you get into trouble. These two things. Neither to initiate nor to pursue. Pursue, you understand? Pursue? Pursue means to follow up. The moment somebody withdrawn. So what? He came, he went. She came, she went. Why should I follow it up? As a person you know each other, but the special relationship doesn't exist. So what? But as a person you continue to be friends. But the little speciality you wanted to have, no? That goes away. Appreciate. Please. That is why Bahya Asakti. That must go. Comfortable with yourself. Then, what will happen? Such a person. So, in a sense, so be conscious of your weakness as well as your strength. Both given to God, Ishvara. And how do I do that? Buddhya Vishuddhaya Yukta. You can just go through it, the same thing, I have explained it so many times, 17 chapters. Vishuddhaya Buddhya Yukta. Vishuddhaya Buddhya. Vishuddhaya Buddhya means what? Adhyavasayatmika Vishuddhaya Buddhya. Maya Rahitaya Buddhya. Where there is no deception. There is no indecision, no wavering. I am interested in myself, nothing else. That type of buddhi. So, it doesn't matter what things are there. Are you getting that point, please? Suppose I am not interested in anything, does it matter what thing exists? If you are not interested in, listen, if you are not interested in going to a shopping center, does it matter what things are sold and not sold there? You have decided not to eat in the kitchen today. Why are you asking, what is the preparation? For what? If you have decided not to eat. So why are you asking what food is there? You have given up sweet. Why are you asking what type of sweets are available in the chocolate shop? For what? I am not interested. Do you keep track of things that you are not interested in? I am only interested in one thing. I must be myself. Other things exist, excellent. Do not exist, much more excellent. What mind you enjoy. Vishuddhantakaranana yukta dhrutya atmanam niyamya che, and atmanam niyamya, dhrutya, with patience. Patience. Niyamenya dhrutya. Dhairyena atmanam karma karana sanghatam niyamya. Karya karana sanghatam atmanam, physical body and mind, you hold it together in its own place. Why? Because no activities anymore. I am interested in being with myself. Sabdadini vishayan tyaktva. So body in its own place. Sabdadini vishayan tyaktva. Sabda, sparsha, rupa, rasa, gandha. Sound, taste, smell, sight, touch. These objects, they are in their own place. I am not interested. Tyaktva ragadvesho buddhasya cha. And all these collective ragadvesha, likes, dislikes, all that I had before, it's all there, but I don't activate it anymore. When I am not interested in looking at the object, what is the question of liking an object, disliking an object? Are you getting the logic? Just see it for a moment, you shall see the possibility for yourself. I am not interested in the food. Shall I look whether it is a good cooking or bad cooking? I am not interested in food. So whether the taste is sweet or not sweet, does it matter to me? I am interested in eating. Why? For sustenance. So what food is there? Whatever is there, I take it. Ragadvesha vidasya. No ragadvesha. Then vivikta sevi. Vivikta sevi means what? Aranya nadi pulina adi guhadin, Vivikta means alone. Vivikta desha sevitvam. It's all this gone. That is why just Bhagavan says Sankshepena. I shall tell you samasena. Very briefly I shall tell you. So everything he puts in one line. Vivikta sevi, vivikta desha sevitvam. Loving isolation. You look for isolation. Loving isolation. Not interested in company. Now, the difficulty in this, especially the so-called religious teachers' life is, some of them get obsessed with the company. Always somebody must be there to talk to, because they become so talkative. Talkative. So if there is nobody, the fellow will talk to himself on the mirror. Because so talkative. There has to be somebody with me to talk, with me to be with. Like many people have the medicines, in our brahmachari course when they are there are one or two people who are like that. Compulsive talking. The fellow cannot stop. Then, he gave a very nice example he gave. The sadhus, they have got a disease, they suffer a disease. What is the disease? Devotitis. Devotitis. Okay, so what is the medicine for it? Isolatrix. Isolatrix is the medicine. If you have devotitis, because you want obsessed with the devotees, always there will be somebody should be coming around me. Isolatrix. Be alone. Understand? Anyway, viviktade, loving. Why do you do that? So, does it mean you rest of your life you are viviktadesi? In the beginning stages of understanding these things, once you are aware, wherever you are alone. Even in a huge crowd also you are alone. It's not that you say, that is how I should be, always Nadi, Pulina, what is that? Nadi, Pulina, Giri, Guhadin. I must find out, Swamiji, now the course is over, I want to live by the side of a river. How long? Rest of my life. You can jump in also, no problem. Why? Why on the banks of the river? You can jump into the river. Because wasting, doing nothing and living by the side of the river, why are you simply wasting some food? You jump in so that other people can sustain themselves with that food. Because you have no use for anybody. So why should you be alive? It's a lifestyle. For some time, withdraw yourself. Until you gain the strength and walk out. Wherever you are alone. Vivikta desi, vivikta sevi, laghuasi. Laghuasi means what? Laghu asana sila. Laghu asana. Laghuasi. Eating less. Asana, bhojana. Laghu asana. Eating less. To sustain. Not 3 idlis are over. But chutney is so nice. Get 2 more idli. Right? Oh, idlis are there. But chutney is not there. So get some chutney. Right? Then I remember, suppose today the class, by chance the lunch will be delayed, 2 more idli. Why camel must pack for the desert to walk, no? In few months' time, you are a football. In few months' time, you are a football. Laghuasi, you understand, very difficult. Try that, you shall see. Why you become fat? Why do you remain a football or a pumpkin? Because fellow cannot stop. No, Swamiji, I have completely stopped eating. Yes, so your fat become with the air, pump. Your pump is, like a balloon. So everybody puts the pump in your body, so you are bloating up, right? Just imagine. Why they say less eating? Very simple. Please understand. Food, because of the tongue. Sensation-wise, he told food. Living alone means what? No other boy, girl, man, woman. Appreciate and see whether you are missing somebody. When somebody, many times brahmachari, you want to stay here, there, they ask, Swamiji, can I come and stay here? First thing I tell them, wherever you go, switch off that fancy phone. You don't take it seriously, you all do as you like. Be in a place and switch off that phone and do not go to a phone booth. Find for yourself if anybody is looking for you. Ask yourself, when you sit down there, staying there, whom are you missing and why are you missing? Ask yourself the question, whom are you missing and why are you missing? Oh, I miss that person. Why? Because he had to fix a few things in our for me, and it is urgent. That is one missing. Another person says, listen, why are you going away? Why are you missing that person? I am so alone. She was such a nice company, So you are lonely. You are in a big hurry. You can't stay alone. Understand? You cannot stay alone because you are missing. As long as in your life you are missing somebody, don't go back to that place. Understand? If you cannot stay alone, you are not fit to live with anybody. Listen carefully. Think for yourself. If you cannot stay alone, you are not fit to stay with anybody. Because you will create problems. You will create problem. You can't stay alone. You need always a company. So, suppose there are 4 or 5 people, you will always grab onto somebody. Always you will grab onto somebody. And you will complain, that fellow is like that, this fellow is like that man is like that. What about you? If you are self-sufficient, you will accept those people for whatever they are. I need something from him, I do that much from him. I take that much from him, what I need from him. That fellow can sing, I say, please sing a song. That fellow can cook, please cook a food. That man can dig a hole, please dig a hole. That man can take him for a drive, let him take over a drive. Finish. What other things they are doing, not my problem. But suppose I am interested in him or her, say, please come, can you sit down and cut vegetables with me? Not for cutting vegetable, but for the companionship. See the problem. Can you cut vegetables with me? You are not really calling the person to cut vegetable, so that you will be comfortable with her or comfortable with him. See, if you are comfortable with him or her, now you are putting a net around the person. Why? Suppose he says, I am going to somewhere, so somebody is more important than you than me. Shoot the fellow. Anytime somebody tells you that, that is the time to cut it. So somebody is more important to you than me. The man will say, or the woman will say, that is a dangerous statement. It's a dangerous statement. Somebody is more important to you than me. That means what? You are making me feel stupid. But you are stupid. Understand? Think. Can you live alone? Yes, you are fit to live with anybody. No problem. Go. So companionship, it doesn't take care of a man or woman, just doesn't matter. That takes care of that side. Laghvasi, tongue side. Your touch, proximity is very important. Touch. The person should be there. Ask yourself a question, please. That is why shut yourself down. Close yourself up and see, can you stay in one place? Without missing anybody or anything. If I am with myself, whom shall I miss? If I am one with the God, who else is there? Then you are in love with everybody. Every sound will attract you, every touch will attract you, every person will attract you, every man will attract you, every woman will attract you, every child will attract you, everybody you attract, they are attracted. Why? You are such a person who have no demands from anybody. If somebody demands your time, how do you like it? You don't like it, no? Then how come you demand something from people and expect it to be adored all the time? It doesn't look here. In a world, why it is a samsara? Because I need you, you should need me. So mutual need will hold us together. So by chance one person's need for the other is over, dance begins. The moment the one person's need for the other is over, finished. The person who walks out feels he wants to be free. Suppose the other person demands, no, you have to be here. Because he feels left out or she feels left out. Fights. You must be here. Okay, you can't be there. I kill you, I kill myself. You understand? Other day I was telling you, the boy throwing that acid on the girl's head, pushed somebody, the girl from the 4th floor. I won't get you, nobody will get you. I'm dead. Sometimes imagine these type of situations in the religious places, where you are supposed to be interested in yourself, but you are interested in another boy or a girl. You understand what a headache you create for yourself and everybody? Think. Vivikta say, that is why remember this point. For the last day of your life, never initiate a relationship. I'm talking about romantic. Nor pursue one. If the person, because you don't initiate, that does not mean others will not be, I told you, they will be interested in you. But even if somebody is interested, respectfully maintain that relationship. Nothing wrong. When somebody says, I love you, why should you say, I hate you? Thank you. Wonderful. Nice. But when the person, after some time, is tired and disappearing, bye-bye, thank you, no problem. You don't even say it. You remain friends. Never, ever create problem for yourself or others. Lagvasi yata vak kaya manasa. Vak kaya manasa yata. All you have seen. Speech is conscious, action is conscious, thought also conscious. What thought comes, you are aware. How you express the thought in speech or in action, you are also conscious. Dhyana yoga paro nityam. Nityam dhyana yoga para. Beautiful Shankara writes. Dhyana yoga para means what? Atma swarupa chintanam yoga atma vishayeva ekagrakarana. Dhyanam is dhyana yoga. Beautifully complete. Dhyana yoga. Dhyanam atma swarupa chintanam. Dhyanam. Thinking about your own nature, self. Ajo nitya saswatayam purana hai. Ajaha unborn nitya saswata purana. Hanyamane sarirena hanyate. Even body is gone. Atma swarupa chintanam dhyanam. Yoga atma vishaya eva ekagrikaranam. Atma vishaya eva ekagrikaranam. Anything you do, it must focus on yourself. Atma vishaya eva. Not distracted by anything else. Even conscious perception, seeing, touching, tasting, everything. Dhyana yoga para nityaha. Vairagyam samupasita. What is, even he goes to such a point you cannot believe. Dhyana yoga paratvena kartabhya. So always dhyana yoga. In that, nitya grahanam mantra japadi anya kartabhya abhava pradarsanartham. Dhyana yoga nityatva means dhyana yoga nityatva. Atma swarupa chintanam, atma swarupe ekagrikaranam. Even mantra, japa, ityadi, abhava pradarsanartham. You don't have to do mantra japa. Shankara says, understand? Not that mantra and japa is useless. No. When you are with yourself, when being with silence, what is the need to say? Silence, silence, silence. Being with silence, should you say silence, silence, japa? Is it necessary? So you do so much mantra japa, it has reached its culmination. You are with yourself, you don't need a mantra, you don't need a japa. And then what? Ahankara valam darpam kamam krodham parigraham vimuchya nirmama santo brahma bhuyaya kalpasach. That one we shall see tomorrow. Brahma bhuyaya kalpate ahankara. So when you are like this automatically goes away. Ahankara, balam, darpam, kama, krodha, parigraha, vimuchya. Now free from this anger, hatred, passion, jealousy, arrogance. Nirmamo bhutva, shanto bhutva. Appa. There is no aham na mama. Shanto bhutva. Brahma bhuyaya kalpade, becomes one with Brahman. And when he becomes one with Brahman, Brahma bhuta prasannatma nasochati nakankshati. Ah, what language! Brahma bhuta sanna, here Arjuna, being one with the Brahman, the absolute, all pervasive. Prasanna antakarana. You are always at rest with yourself, happy with yourself. Na sochati, na kankshati. Never grieves, never misses, never desires. Samasarveshu bhuteshu madbhaktim labhate param. Mad param bhaktim labhate. Gains this absolute devotion to me. God alone is existing, truth alone is existing. We shall see that tomorrow. What is that last line? Okay, morning we shall see. Close your eyes.